Time starts as soon as the gold text hits the screen.
Is that now?
Yeah, that was the gold text right there.
I started it, so we're good.
Good.
Okay. That is the first time that's ever happened in a marathon, getting that first kick. So, launches, kicks, punches, this game's got it all. This is a heal drop. It's specific to enemies that are currently down.
Yeah, what ZanasoB's doing right now is he's killing a specific number of people so that the gates will open and he can get out of the level.
Yeah, the game really wants certain people to die. And I don't know what these demons did to anger the game developers, but they must die. This is a double. This one is scripted. Throughout the rest of the game, in most segments, they can happen at random. Right now, I'm wanting him to get up so I can try to bait out a counter hit. And I got it.
Nice.
And one thing you saw him do earlier was like start the wooden plank attack before a cutscene, and it will like essentially freeze as the cutscene plays out, and you can hit him right when it loads.
Another thing that he did was he hits an enemy and he also hit a destructible object at the same time. And doing that actually doesn't degrade your weapon, so you can get a few extra hits out of it.
Yeah, just now we did 6 hits with the lumber, and its maximum is 4.
That was a boss skip.
Right now we only need to kill 1 enemy, and it doesn't matter which one it is, but it has to be one of these fat men at the end of this bridge.
The ideal strat here is getting the guy to tumble backwards off the ledge.
And we did.
All right.
What a marathon showing. Dude, don't even talk like that right now. We have costumes to show off, cutscenes. World record is not even possible. Nigleria with the hard bait. Fine, I'll skip all the things that are entertaining and we'll just go fast. Oh, that's unfortunate. Look what you did. Look what... So right there I had to hit that chair at the same time as him to keep my weapon from degrading. That was really unfortunate. Oh my god, come on.
Hey Zanaso, what's that on your back?
That's a fuck you indicator. I really need to hit this guy before I... and then he leaves. Oh my god, he's making one for me. That's his way of telling me fuck you. So this is really extraordinarily unfortunate. This double was a random occurrence, and there was nothing I could have done about this. He has to die before the next segment can continue. I will grab his goodies though, because I've earned them. I need this for something else.
Do you want me to explain what you're going to do with that now?
Go ahead.
There's going to be a midget, sorry little person, coming up. And he's going to basically throw the lumber at him before he starts running away. And that'll skip a huge chase sequence that he has to do normally.
Right now we're doing all this so that we can save this guy because he was bitten by a poisoned chihuahua. And why not? And that's going to save enough time in the next segment to be worth going through the trouble.
Yeah, if you want an example of what a God Hand cutscene is like, this is a really good example.
I'm so glad you said that. I was starting to mash start just out of habit.
You're not going anywhere until you answer our quiz question. He's such a sexy man. Just my type.
I'm not that kind of guy.
Question time, sweet cheeks. What's the name of our boss? Elvis. E-L-V-I-S.
Like I give a shit.
Unfortunately, time's up, baby. Aww.
Oh god, come on.
So that right there that he's doing is something called high side hit cancels. If an enemy is stunned or, you know, they're kind of just in a get hit phase, you can bounce them against the wall and kick them a lot. And if you cancel your kick with a duck dodge, you can do a lot of kicks very quickly and deal a lot of damage very quickly.
Another really important strategy or technique, trick, whatever you want to call it in this segment, is a a death animation skip. After I kill an enemy, I want to floor them and then kick them in such a way that the next kick doesn't move them. And that way it stops them from laying on the ground and gurgling in pain, and it moves things right along. Get over here.
Dude, your money's so good right now.
It's pretty decent, for sure. It still really hinges on the jewelry room to be nice and give me all kinds of pretty goods.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm gonna beat up on somebody that I don't really need to kill because I wanted his hammer, and that dropped very cleanly. Ah, that was unfortunate. Oh, well, fuck your table.
Yeah, he's picking up these 3 rosaries to actually be able to break the seal on the exit and get out of the level. And I'm going to let you commentate this room because you know it's going on a lot more than you do.
Fuck this room. That's my commentary.
So he mentioned that the devils have a random chance of spawning. This room especially, they spawn a lot here.
This room accounts for maybe 70% of all random devil spawns. It's obnoxious. It's insane how many devils show up in this room. Ah, come on.
If you haven't noticed, duck dodge in this game is very good. You can duck dodge about 85% of attacks in the game.
Yeah, most of them. I haven't, like, done an actual count, but most of them can be duck dodge. You know what? I'm good on money. That's fine. By the end of stage 1, I needed 13,000, and 14,800 is way more than I need. So this man contains another scripted devil. And he's really just not having my shit right now. And the rosaries were to eliminate the seal on this door. As much as I would love to share the next cutscene, it's 1 minute and 50 seconds long, so I'm not going to.
This is, I guess, the first serious boss of the game, Elvis. He's a jerk. He's picking up a move right now called Yes Man Kablam that he's going to be using a lot later throughout the run to farm God Hand, which is basically your deal damage and don't get hit mode.
Lots of free damage technique. This is going really poorly. So this technique here of kicking dudes against the wall it's super effective and it deals a lot of damage really quickly, but it's not a lot of people's favorite technique because, let's face it, it does seem a little cheesy. However, we're going to be discarding that entirely after this fight.
Yeah, he's playing on New Game Plus, which means he has access to a lot of very good moves in the shop that he normally would not have access to. And also because he's in New Game Plus, he's going to have access to some costumes that he can put on.
We're going to do that.
All right, karate?
Let's go, well, yeah, let's go karate first.
All right.
I'm not going to bother changing Olivia's outfit because we're not going to see her almost at all, so whatever. So, obvious Street Fighter reference. We didn't go to another obvious Street Fighter reference earlier, which was in the form of a little double challenge. It's a sort of an NPC where you can go into an arena and fight extra things. In that particular one, we would be beating up a sedan.
Nice.
Because, you know, we hate innocent sedans and all the soccer moms that drive them.
Another thing you might notice is that God Hand, he'll beat the shit out of anybody, regardless of gender, and in that sense, he's very modern.
It's also worth noting the women are way fucking more deadly than the dudes are.
Yeah, a lot of the women have whips, and whips are probably the worst weapons in the game to deal with.
Fuck, whips. Whips are so bad. So yeah, same thing as the rosaries. I needed 3 keys. Guard breaks are extremely beneficial in this game, such that in most cases, if you can avoid having to actually do combat, you generally don't want to because you want guard breaks to happen. I hit him one time too many. These guys can waste a lot of time by standing there and taunting, like this asshole. I hope no one expected me to not say dirty wordies.
Nah, there's a word you're going to be using in Competa that's going to pop up.
Oh yeah, that's going to happen. That's not what I wanted to do.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to show off an out of bounds on this stage that unfortunately doesn't actually save time in this category, but I feel like it's worth displaying it for fun. Right here, you're intended to beat up these columns to lower these guys, but we're only going to do that once because we're speedrunners and we mock the rules. I kind of figured he was going to do that.
Nice.
So this is the giant enemy crane.
Your attack gets weak points for massive damage.
I'm supposed to beat it up, yeah. The plan is to not beat it up. You know, I'm going to try to bring this with me, but considering how poorly this has gone recently, I don't think that's going to happen. Nope. Hey, could you guys, please? Nope. Get out of here.
Don't do it, little man.
That's just rude.
Don't do it, little man. You done it.
He did do it. This normally doesn't take this many tries, but if it goes on for too much longer, I'll just give it up. Wow. One last try. Actually, I can't risk this. We're gonna have to give that up. My apologies.
The way that clip works is it's based off Gene's hitbox and the crane's hitbox, and Gene's hitbox actually changes in a lot of really weird ways as you play this game. He'll just kind of duck, weave, and just move around when you're walking or just standing still.
Yeah, Gene literally is not capable of standing still.
Yeah, he's a Street Fighter character.
Alright, I guess I didn't jab you. So every time I punched that guy while he was stumbled, he was also stumbling backwards, so if those punch cancels weren't on point, he would have gotten away from me. One of the neat assets of God Hand is that every segment of the game has a unique thing that you don't see anywhere else ever, and this has these. These are arrow launchers. That was fortunate. I mean, that's exactly what we want to happen, but I didn't actually have to move to position them any better. That's a static drop, that roulette orb. 2 cutscenes here that we're not going to watch.
Have we even bothered to explain roulette and what it does?
You can.
Roulette basically just gives you special moves. you can either buy special moves that you get, or you can use ones to start out with. Roulette management and God Hand management is very important in this run. There's basically like no spot he's going to be doing that's going to be off the script unless he gets extra drops.
That was really good. Felix trolled me a bit, but Bruce like came to play. So Conchita, being a cunt, likes to troll as usual. Conchita is literally worse than cancer. I would rather be terminally ill than have to deal with Conchita.
Let's kick Conchita's butt. Let's spank Conchita's butt.
Do we want? Do we want?
I'll leave it up to you.
People
man.
on the couch, how many spankings do we want? We'll do spanking %.
Spank me harder, daddy.
It used to be called the Nari %. Like, we'll spank everyone. We'll put on a Game Shark mod where literally every enemy can be spanked, including the fat guys. So I'm going to try to show off an out of bounds here as well. That is, again, not particularly beneficial, but interesting, at least. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no, it saved 8 seconds just now. That, like, never fucking happens, dude. That's, like, not even part of the run because it's so unreliable.
Yeah, normally there'd be a guy there whose job is just to be an asshole. And that was so fast that the guy didn't even show up.
So it's possible to finish him off in one cycle of this, but I didn't quite do my cancels correctly. And hey, I wanted to beat up a guy. I wanted to spend some time punching a dude. Is that so wrong? That's not so wrong. So I'm gonna do it.
Well, it depends on context.
I don't think it does.
I don't give a shit about your context. So, right now we're gonna grab another piece of the God combo, and we're also going to buy arguably something more important than that. And that would be the Mach Speed Jab. And what we use the Mach Speed Jab for is to set up extraordinarily fast guard break. So the way that guarding works in this game is that an enemy, as they get closer to being dizzied, they like to block more often. And the way that dizzy works is that rapid succession attacks dizzy quickly. That's where the Mach Speed Jab comes in. And it's going to get used very quickly in this segment. Wow, that was smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's rude. Another wonderful thing about the Mach Speed Jab is you can use it to build up God Hand obscenely fast. That was a little clumsy, but I'll take it. He said as though resetting were an option.
So you're going to be hearing a lot of people screaming in a little bit. The AI pathfinding in this game is not super smart, and they kind of just run into this thing.
I wasn't even going to bother explaining that, but no, yeah, it's worth. The worst is when a random enemy dies on one of those cages and releases a devil. And it's like, dude, this is not, like, I had no control over this. It's bullshit. He was being very argumentative. I'm gonna grab that because money. So, theoretically, there's a boss in this segment. But because of the category that we're playing, there's really not a boss in this segment. This is a practice in hitting R2 and then pressing square a bunch. Can you press a button over and over? Yes, no. However, directly following that is an incredibly important strat that involves a rocket launcher, because every punch and kick game needs a rocket launcher.
I love it.
He's going to bait these guys into a specific movement, and
That's pretty normal.
yeah.
I no longer consider this particular occurrence to be bad luck. It's just pretty standard. That's not standard. That sucks.
There are 3 different types of demons. There's, I guess, arm demons, which are the purple guys, blade demons, which are the red guys, and needle guys, which are the asshole guys.
The demon I just fought is literally that last enemy I learned to fight comfortably.
Yeah, basically, if you get close to those guys, they will shoot out needles, and Gene can't do shit.
I refer to that as a skewer, so I did this on purpose. If you cross a certain point at just the right time, it'll activate 2 cutscenes at the exact same time. Very detrimental to the run, but I figured I would, you know, display it because it's a thing.
Anyway, what's everyone's favorite Sentai show?
Great.
I really hope you didn't expect answers.
I mean,
Okay, we got cutscenes coming up because there's 2 of them and they're both super fucking worth it.
Yeah, there's another Clover game called Beautiful Joe. This is a reference to it.
I just noticed they have the V's on their belts too. I never saw that before.
One hard gangsta, diamond. You can find me at the club. Have your pet neutered or spayed. Ow, 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 ow. I'm hurt. I mean hurt. Together we are the Magnetic
Douchebags.
Douchebags.
All right, so what he wants to do here is he kind of just wants to God Hand combo them for a bit and get them all together. After that, he's going to use some Mach Speed Jab to kind of just hold them in place.
Unfortunate.
Man, I was really hoping they were going to go for a cartwheel.
Why did the Yes Man Kablam come out?
Hitboxes in this game are a little silly.
Nice.
So how many houses is reverse hell kick? How many house sizes is that?
formation.
You could fit a family of 9 inside a reverse hell kick.
Next time we'll deal you a killer hand.
Later on in the game, there will be an obstacle that we're not going to see that literally lifts above Gene's head by almost 1.5 feet, and you can kick it at full height with the reverse hell kick. It's so silly.
Keep on rolling.
This game. In case anybody's wondering about the plot of this game, don't. That cutscene, the cutscenes you've seen so far should tell you very clearly that there's no reason to give a shit. This is a game about punching and kicking people. If you've gone any further than that, you missed the point. So this is one of 2 extremely good mini games that were a wonderful idea, and I certainly don't want to find the person responsible and drag them out in the street and shoot them at all.
I'm surprised I'm not blocked on Twitter by Kamiya, actually. I think I yelled at him about this game.
He has nothing to do with this game.
That's why I'm surprised I'm not blocked.
he usually blocks people for that shit.
He tweets daily reminders. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, people give him a lot of shit for shit he didn't even do.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of things he did that is worth giving him shit about. So 2 more cannonballs. Average luck. So if the final cannonball came out of a triangle, we'd be losing 4 frames by default. If it came out of the X, we would be gaining 2. In the middle, I just consider that like a no change. Go ahead and kick me. It's okay. I love you, Kirby Master. I want. Hey, that's more violence than I was expecting. I don't want to have your babies anymore.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I'll think about it.
Nice.
So I do want to impress the fact that I got relatively lucky, even though it wasn't super great, on the Mad Midget 5 that we fought a moment ago. They are RNG incarnate, and they can cause all kinds of shit for so long, and we have to do it again. Also, I think we should show off the Shannon cutscenes.
All right, go for it.
Also, that segment had no enemies in it. It's literally just a bunch of
It's got a
puppies.
dude cowering in the corner being held hostage by the dogs.
And now for our special guest. This should prove to be a wonderful show.
Say again?
Please have her hit me up.
No, have her hit me up.
You want me to spank her?
But I'm no one's
Okay.
toy.
We can do
But
that.
if you're after a playmate, I know this one girl.
You just don't understand women. There can never be two queens.
Is the chat screaming for spankings?
Looks like this dog can be
Well, that's
trained
just
after all.
bullshit.
Well, we're switched away.
The only bitch that needs training is you.
20 spanks.
Okay, here we go.
So you're gonna train me, huh?
The only
First
bitch who
man
needs
I've
training
met
here
who's
is
ever
you.
said that.
Really? I figured a girl like you'd hear that all
I like how the table just disappears.
What table? I don't know what you're talking about. You're just making shit up, weirdo.
Shannon is a very jerky boss. If he can show off a very funny strat here, I'm not sure if it's going to happen.
Get out of here. Here, you know what? Okay, I'll find a way to show it off. Hey, be rude. Here we go. Okay, so normally she would do that forever, but we would ball buster her to get her to stop. She has no balls, but every other roulette move would floor her, and that wastes time. So we just kick her in the balls she doesn't have, and she giggles at you, and you just start punching her
I
again.
know. I always seem to exceed women's expectations.
It's the dumbest fucking strategy any video game has ever.
Ah, yes. Another satisfied customer.
This is farewell for now. Next time, you won't be disappointed.
A butt?
Fucking love this game. How could you not be in love with this game?
So the next 3 levels, they kind of dropped the ball on these.
Like, I don't know what they were thinking, but you can just run through the next 3
Yeah.
segments.
It's great for a speed run.
Yes, change of costume. I don't normally have enough money here for a extra God Hand improvement, but let's go Carnival. This is where the costumes get their best. We'll go AGDQ 2012 on this and be like, hey, butt tassels, nice.
As someone who's never seen this game before, I think the running animation is hilarious.
And the funny thing, that's the proper way to run. Except for maybe the like over-exaggerated arm movement, but yeah. So let's go fast. Because there's nothing else to do right now.
Wait, you've been saying Sonic the Hedgehog has been lying to me about how to run?
Yes. Actually, he does the same thing, except he holds his arms up and above him, which isn't actually a bad idea. So there's this lady that we're supposed to save, so she'll make out with us, but we're not interested in saving or making out, so the hell with her.
Alright, everyone, be prepared for stuff to happen here. This is We Really Want the God Hand. This is the Three Stooges round 2. They come at 2 at a time now, and perfect. Yeah, this is going pretty well. They can totally just screw up his day.
That's fine. And you know what? Because this bitch deserves it too. There's no reason to ball buster Conchita. Note that the last hit of the spanking doesn't do damage.
Great.
For whatever reason.
Awesome.
So he's getting God Hand here, and for some reason God Hand changes your hitbox. Also, this stage doesn't exist.
What stage? I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, all I know is that there's 2 ladies there waiting to greet me, and I don't care, so I just run right past them.
That stage actually has 2 ways to break it, and
They really wanted that segment to be broken. the whole game is like solid as fuck, and then it's like, screw it. You can skip everything in this stage multiple different ways. Okay, you know what? That's worth fucking up the speed strat. I don't like you specifically. You other ladies are okay.
That's how you use a rocket launcher. Take it up with
This is going terribly, but I'm okay with it. Whatever.
Hey, we're all having a good time, looking good, feeling good, you
Remember
know.
a Halloween movie where he has like he just points a shotgun at someone and then he just stabs them with it? And you're like, oh, he's gonna shoot himself.
These ladies could have grabbed him and slapped him, and that would have been really bad, but that didn't happen.
Electric Deathmatch has a lot of knowing where enemies are about to come in being involved, so I'm about to start charging up this uppercut. I did this also in the jewelry room, much more significant here. One of them might, yeah. I was hoping to catch her before this spawned, but it's not a big deal. So this is our first scripted Trident Demon. Trident Demon is, funny enough, it's the easiest one to learn how to fight. I'm gonna pick you up.
That's a really good heat card to get.
So the heat card is sort of like God Hand, except I'm still vulnerable and I don't get the speed increase, but it doubles the damage on everything. So 400 damage on counter hit, or 400% rather. And enemies cannot block it. If for some reason an enemy does block, which should only happen if I stop punching, any punch will guard break them.
Try it.
I was talking. That's what messed me up. Would have been fine though. I could have recovered from that. So right here I want to stab some people because them showing up at all kind of triggers me. So I get a little stabby.
That big guy is basically the gorilla from earlier, except for a little bit different.
Stupider and like with no HP.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got the death animation skip on her with a high poke. So this is the Granny Smacker, and he drops an attack called the Granny Smacker. And I have a roulette, so I'll pick it up just to show, hey, look, it's a Granny Smacker. I acquired it. He's basically made out of rubber bands. He doesn't get stunned by basically anything. He doesn't give a shit if he's being punched, and he's a complete asshole. This is a Zell. I don't think that was early enough. If I cancel and start punching in time, I can finish this in a single charge.
The game slows down when you kill him.
Or rather, when you finish that fight, since you obviously you don't kill him.
Yeah.
You had half of his HP still. But yeah, I missed it by one punch. So you guard break this guy and you use a couple of Mach Speed jabs while he's still staggered, and you get shitloads of God Hand when you do that. And then you use a couple of Yes and Kablams to get more God Hand, and then you use it to kill off 3 people, grab another God Hand refill, and get the hell out. It's like the most speedrunnery stage in the whole game. And now we're gonna fight Dr. Ion, who isn't worth anybody's respect ever. So much that his first attack doesn't work. I don't know why it doesn't work. If you die here and do that again, it will work. So I'm assuming it's some loading quirk. I don't know. So what I did at the end of that was I held a charge attack, the uppercut, to slow down my God Hand depletion to, I don't know, save a few points of meter. It's not particularly important, but it is worth, I guess. I mean, who's going to say no to a little bit of free God Hand meter? So this is stage 5. Stage 5 is all about managing your God Hand meter. There's literally no reason to dick with anything that doesn't involve managing your God Hand meter.
Yeah, you can actually run past that guy and he'll drown, but he doesn't count as being dead, so you don't get a slain villager count.
He doesn't count as being drowned unless you actually wait there for like the 9 minutes it takes him to drown. And it does have its own cutscene and everything. It's kind of silly. So, I'm just going to show this off real quick. That's the full animation of the Yes Man Kablam. It's like an attack with a built-in taunt. So, I'm doing a specific route here because there's a cutscene in 3 different locations that'll trigger a spawn point for 2 martial artists. I don't give a shit if there's martial artists here, but the cutscene takes up time. And now we're going to beat up a bridge because, I mean, people beat up bridges all the time.
I hate bridges.
Fuck bridges. I forgot to punch, and then I get hit with a whip.
Nowadays, we prefer walls, am I right?
I guess.
I'm very accustomed to
Oh,
hitting
it's a
my
jump
head
though.
on
Good job.
walls. Like the wall of trying to get the sub 1 hour. I hit my head against that wall pretty often.
This mini game, if you even want to call it a mini game, is just RNG and getting mad at the game.
Fuck whoever's responsible for this, you know who you are. If you're watching, I'm on to you. I'm not on to you. I would like to punish you though, because you deserve it. The controls are made intentionally bad, and so the gimmick here is that for every hit I land on this boat before this segment ends, arbitrariness, for every time I hit it, that's 1 fewer enemies I have to fight before the next mini-boss. So if you hit it 15 times, you just go straight to the mini-boss. It's unfortunate that one of the best music tracks in the game is the enemies before this mini-boss. That was actually really good RNG. So this is Ravel. He has a guitar. Guitars are actually worse than whips, but they're less common, so there's no reason to complain about them as much. We're not going to see really why it's all that bad, because he's going to be dead. We fight him again, though, but he's not going to get to do it there either. So this is going to be another example of managing God Hand. There's a key in this segment that I have to grab, and it's literally the only thing relevant about this segment. However, there's this one lady all by herself, and she needs a few punches. And with that, I have another full meter of God Hand. Also, I'm wildly flicking my left stick forward during load segments to try to get him to dash as soon as possible. Right here, the gimmick is that I'm supposed to that's awful. I'm supposed to go around this whole segment and beat up those guys throwing knives because I guess they're supposed to stop me from beating up that door. Literally no category involves actually going to beat up the knife throwers. Not even on Kick Me sign. They're just not threatening enough.
Yeah, this is there's a guitar guy, I'm blanking on his name, and WC. This is the only guy in the game who can actually counterattack you for whatever reason.
Also, his counterattack gets him in trouble because it allows me to guard break him while I'm using the God Hand. And while he's staggered from a guard break while I'm using the God Hand, that's 400% damage until he's no longer staggered. This segment has the one and only time that the following strategy is going to work. So roulettes that are melee based cannot be performed unless there is a lock on target. Long range, however, can be performed anywhere. I was supposed to push that ball across this bridge while it threatens to electrocute me, but why would I want to do that? Are you going to do a barrel roll today, sir? No, we're good. So we're about to fight Elvis again because clearly we haven't had enough of Elvis. But he's going to be in True Demon form, and I did not dash forward far enough, but that's fine. So the thing about True Demons in Japanese lore is that they reflect the most accented thing about a demon's personality, and Elvis likes to eat. So he's a big demonic Pac-Man. from Big Demonic Pac-Man's Adventure, I guess. Also, we're going to show off the next cutscene because it shows weird things about Olivia. Right after I buy things. And change costumes.
That Shaolin Blast, that's a really, really, really good roulette move.
It's broken as fuck is what you mean. Since we made such a mockery of Azel, we're just going to steal his outfit.
I ran across this earlier. I don't need it, so it's yours.
A gift? Didn't I ask you to stay here?
Well, I need a favor in return.
This music, though.
That explains
That's cheesy
the
porno
gift.
shit right there.
It seems some people have been forced into slavery by the demons.
I feel their pain. I'm a slave too. I think I made a mistake. The slaves got it easy.
So Olivia is much, much more powerful than the God Hand is because she can just manifest axes at will. And she also gave us La Bamba too, which is like a gift from the heavens. It is an obnoxiously awesome roulette move. It does take up 2 orbs when you use it. So from now on, our orb count is going to be pretty important. That was so good. What the hell, dude? And he didn't troll me. What's going on? You stop that right now. Okay, that's good. Fine. Some trolling. Some trolling is better than none. So this is our first Samurai Joe. And we're going to counter hit him by throwing a board at him.
That missed the counter hit, but that's honestly not a big deal because...
No, that was a counter hit.
That was a counter hit?
That was a counter hit.
I thought counter hit was a one-shot.
With the lumber? No. With the scimitar, yes. The scimitar does like 3 times more the damage than the lumber does. This is the most difficult thing to pull off in the run, so hold on. So, never mind what I was saying. What were you guys saying? Oh my god, whatever. I don't want to risk it. Alright, I'm going to try to pick up the sword again. This is significantly slower than the strategy that I should be using, but what has to be, has to be. Oh, wow, I didn't even realize you were still here. Rude. Now I have to pick up the Strawberry of Shame because on top of everything going slowly, I lost a lot of health. That's the #1 place in this run where death is actually a relatively significant possibility.
Awesome.
There is another spot, but death's there silly. And it's because of a silly mechanic that shouldn't even exist in this game, and it'll be obvious when it shows up. So we only need a key from this segment, and she holds the key. She was taking her sweet-ass time dropping it, though. This is Tiger Joe. I love fighting Tiger Joe, and it breaks my achy-breaky heart every time I have to run past him. That's right, I said achy-breaky heart. What?
I'm not square dancing with you.
I thought you loved me, Cinnamon Bun. I thought what
Not
we had
like
was
that.
real.
Not like that.
I thought what we had was real. So this segment is revered by demons. It has what I call the 5 steps of RNG because there's 5 random things that are determined right away. The first step is bad because this guy spawned further away than I would have liked. And in this segment, I need to light 3 torches. Or what do you even call these? Furnaces. Annoying props. That was step 2. His combo was good RNG. That combo's good RNG because it allows me to immediately go to where I want to go. And that was decent. Step 4 it was the second guy with the torches spawning position. This is bad step 5. His combo is not kind. But as overall, it's pretty decent. I don't know how much God Hand I have right now. There's going to be a little bit of God Hand management right now.
So about that thing we discussed earlier about what's coming up, I'm just letting you know, no pressure.
It's so bad. So, this is silly. I was raising my God Hand meter like really a bunch. Which way are you about to go? Okay, that's fine. So, there shouldn't be platforming in this fucking game. And the trick to note how to jump while the platform is moving is that you're actually jumping towards the center of the camera and not in front of where Gene is facing. The camera has a lot of little quirks like that, but for the most part, the camera in this game is godlike because it takes no shit. If the camera has to go through a wall for it to maintain its proper position, fuck that wall. That wall gets to disappear and you get to see exactly where you're going. This is not good. So I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have to second cycle this. So what happens here is this puppy likes to go to the bones that you're throwing. But it really wants to go to them in the proper order that you threw them. So yeah, it's gonna go backwards now. No big deal. I'm gonna continue to throw just in case, because I would rather be paranoid than stupid. Oh my god. Fuck this dog, dude. So once it gets there, it's gonna bark at this guy that's asleep. And apparently Chihuahua barks are horrifying because he's gonna knock himself straight unconscious. And the bridge raises. These mechanisms really exist in actual life, I promise. Oh, you know what? You know what? Sometimes I don't feel too good about myself since what I found out that what I have with Cinnamon Bun isn't real. I'm gonna bone me some Fat Men to like raise my self-esteem. Look what you drove me to.
Hey, it's all about the kink shaming.
Bastard. The strategy is exactly the same. Imagine that.
He thought it was fun, so he joined the
Hold on. You can do that just off of Mock Speed jabs. This wastes time, but hell if it's not fun. Boop. He said I'll never get to be a girl's best friend.
Yeah, each of the midgets has something funny to say. Little people has something funny to say once you kill them.
Look, the game calls them psychic midget. You can call them midgets. That's what they're credited as.
You're only allowed to stop working when you're dead. You must keep working. More than one of you should be enjoying this.
So he's a masochist, and he's enjoying the abuse. Because, you know, games where people enjoy being whipped, sure. You make a valid point. Okay, that did not go too well, but that's fine. I'm gonna grab this because I can.
I love it.
And these two guys are gonna start chasing me. You don't see them yet, but there they are. That's unfortunate. Please target the correct things. This segment, this is probably the other segment that I would say death is relatively likely. Get out of here. But nah, we're fine. It's not that like these enemies' combat moves are particularly threatening that I should be dying to them at all. It's more that when you're trying to go fast, mistakes get made. Right now I really want my health or my God Hand meter to be fuller than that, and because the people want to see it. Amazonians need to be spanked.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't show that cutscene that happens at the end of that.
I muscle memoried. So am I, to be completely honest with you. So we're about to fight the most annoying boss in the game by far. However, in this category, it really doesn't matter. So this is the Psychic Midget. He floats around and he does horrifyingly annoying things. But he's dead now, so it doesn't really matter. Welcome to God Hand. What Psychic Midget?
I can't remember what came first, God Hand or Kung Fu Hustle.
Great.
Well, I mean, in development cycles, let's just say God Hand came first. Dude, are you really gonna break out the Wikipedia? He's gonna break out the Wikipedia. If you answer me truly and it was Kung Fu Hustle, you better lie to me. That's all I have to say.
Actually, he is nasty staff right now because he's around.
I mean, dude, like so many people have mistaken me for staff. Like at least 10.
It's like, honestly, the only real staff are the people that work at the hotel. we're just taking around.
So, Naglaria, how was Six Flags?
Oh, it was fucking...
Like, you fucking asshole. This dude sets up a marathon and then he's like, fuck it, there's a discount at Six Flags.
Reminder, yeah, you can get $20 off a Six Flags ticket if you purchase it online, so we went $48. And if you want to go on Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain, or I don't know, Great America, not Magic Mountain, ride the back seat, it's better.
Six Flags owes you a sponsorship.
So, should we describe the anatomy of what's about to happen?
Vagina.
Okay, so this is Shannon's true demon form, and she's basically, like, she's riding a vagina dinosaur with teeth, and that's, like, basically her lower half. So, in case anyone was interested, this is what Shannon in bed is like. 2006, October 16th. Fuck you. It was October 16th, 2006. Or October 10th? I don't remember. One of them.
The first date was September of 2006, and
Yeah, in Japan.
Kung Fu Hustle was 04.
Fuck you. Nobody likes you anyway. Probably the movie because...
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
So I'm going to show off this cutscene as well.
I don't think this took as long.
Honestly, there's a lot of similarities between the two in terms of like.
Well, at least Olivia's not as bad.
I
as
forgot
that
to go to the
crazy
shop,
bitch.
but it's irrelevant at this point. I can just do it in the next
She
segment.
went out again. Yeah! Olivia!
This game is too fucking silly. Are we going to karaoke the credits? We better karaoke the credits.
Oh my god.
I want to see dancers in this room when the credits play, okay?
I want to be here for that.
Yes, you're going to dance. You're our hot Asian dancer.
Sure, why not?
So this segment blows because there's 5 towers and only 2 of them are real. I have to destroy the real ones to continue. Also, this segment has unique assets like sand pits and cacti.
I hate cacti. Apparently, so does Zan.
I beat them up for fun. So this is Dr. Ion. He's just as irrelevant, if not more so, this time.
So here's a fun little fact we can talk about while this is happening. You can buy moves that extend your square combo, but unless you have God Hand active, it actually decreases your DPS.
Actually, even with God Hand active, it decreases your DPS. Yeah.
Alright, so don't do that. Don't buy the Samurai Sushi.
Well, I mean, you can always clear those as well. Like, the problem is that there's not actually 6 total moves that are actually worth having. So like, in your combo, you're just diluting your DPS over the course of the combo.
Yeah.
It's better for dizzying enemies quicker, but DPS does take a pretty big hit. And that's also true for moves that are multi-hit, like Mach Speed Jab, Sugar Gene Rush, Punch Rush, that kind of stuff. Faster dizzies uses up God Hand quicker. So I forgot to go to the shop earlier, but that's fine because we have plenty of time. Whatever, I don't need it. I don't need your fruit smoothies. I'm fine. I get plenty of God Hand fruits. So, originally the strategy in this stage was just be a badass. And I mean, the strategy's not super different. Banking percent accuracy. No, sir. I didn't realize she was dead. Okay. So I'm behind the Amazon right now. I could tell by the way that they would turn their heads all Silent Hill style. So here's our first example of how godlike La Bamba 2 is. So La Bamba hits for 400 damage and there's 5 enemies around me. So, boom, 2,000 damage. That didn't work. This will, though. Get the fuck out of here. So now we're going to go for another counter hit on a Samurai Joe, but this time it's a lot more important than last time. Because it's a one-hit kill.
I love it.
Yeah, scimitars do obnoxiously large amounts of damage. And this boss coming up is Great Sensei. He's secretly not a hard boss at all.
If you let him divide, he will kind of screw you over, but that's not going to happen.
Unless I'm awful right now, which is possible. Why not? The hell with it. I gotta show him off at some point, right? So that's Great Sensei. He's not very great. He does have a clone move that Cinnamon Bun had mentioned that is a complete pain in the ass. But there's a lot of different ways to handle it. We're doing 3 rosaries again. And this guy holds the first one. This guy that's chasing me is pretty incompetent because I'm not really defending myself. But there he goes. There he goes. Good job. You hit me a couple. Oh, for fuck's sake, that's actually really bad. Could you please not do that? You know what? It is a marathon. I'm gonna count on having bad luck. So this guy just gave me food. I'm gonna take it.
Nice.
Are you doing Molotov step?
No.
Okay.
Nice.
No, yeah, that strat does. Oh my god! Hey, you know what? Just get fucked. Why are you alive? Why are you alive? Okay, whatever. It's fine. So I'm canceling with a duck dodge after every uppercut at the end of my combo because it actually saves frames to do so, but it only does save frames to do so if you cancel it within 3 frames and start punching again. So this is Belze. We didn't really see much of him because he's only present in cutscenes. He's a giant fly. And the reason that he's a giant fly, the true demon, is because he constantly referred to humans as insects. He has some kind of obsession with humans being nothing but worker bees in their paradise and
yeah, so
flies.
What's more experience, this game or DMC Devil May Cry? Okay.
So in God Hand, a giant fly fights you with glowsticks. Is this going to happen again? Yeah, better not. So in practice, he did that 5 times in a row, and that's just horribly awful RNG because it wastes time. You fucking asshole! Whatever, I don't care. You're not my real dad.
I hope so.
So the upcoming segment is Death Shudder. For anyone familiar with this game, this is probably the segment where you're thinking, how the hell can he go fast in Death Shudder? It's actually not that hard, surprisingly. So the first thing I want is I just want that wood gone. I just don't want it here. We're gonna kill this guy so that the other reds come out of this building. We're immediately gonna follow that up with a La Bamba too because it's made out of God. Man. That's not who I wanted to target at all. I know that using the God Hand twice there might seem a little excessive.
Great.
It's not. Resources at this point are not all that important, though if I don't get one more roulette card, I'm probably going to need to purchase the Crescent Kick.
Nah, there's a lot of boxes in this area.
It wastes a lot more time to search them all than it does to just buy the thing. So you run to the side here and everyone paths into a straight line and then they get fucked. There's my roulette right there. I knew you were going to do that. So that's a grab that is absolutely brutal. Even on easy mode, it does a fucking massive amount of damage. On top of, you know, like wasting a shitload of time. None of the cutscenes at this point are particularly funny, because I guess they were like, well, I guess we're about to end the game. Let's try to be less silly. Actually, I might still need to get the Crescent Kick.
Great.
It's a 20-second loss as in opposed to the 40 to 45 it would take to search all the boxes. Unless I got lucky on the first one. So there's no enemies in this segment. There's no drops, there's no boxes, there's no nothing, just a stairwell. I don't know why this is here. 8-2, ladies and gentlemen. This can't be skipped. But remember the gorilla from earlier. Now he's taking down a tiger, I guess, because his outfit is very different. I kind of want to see that UFC match, gorilla versus tiger.
He has a zipper.
Your face has a zipper.
I'll go soon.
Yes! Yes! Take my money?
Nice.
Wait, this was my idea. I get in free.
You also get to take all the blame from PETA.
Fuck them.
I'm pretty sure if you're going to straight up have animal death, man.
I didn't say... I mean, you said death, not me. But I guess he did skin it. Fuck it. We'll show this off too. Knees to the face. Are you serious? I don't want it just yet though, because I need some god. Could you guys please? Yeah, good kick. Keep trying that. You will get me one day. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need an extra roulette or crescent kick. Also, the quick kill is a go. That's definitely gonna happen. One of these three could still drop a roulette. It's extremely unlikely. So this is Afro Fist. Even on easy mode, 2 hits from him can kill. In fact, I think his grab would kill me right now. And that's the Chinese connection. And yeah, I'm gonna have to buy the crescent kick, but it's not a big deal. I don't normally buy the crescent kick, so I don't have its position in the shop memorized. Or I could look like I totally have it memorized. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So, Azel's theme song is called Devil May Sly. Totally not a Devil May Cry reference at all. And it's an absolutely badass track. I hope no one wants to hear it. So how you doing, guys? Is everyone all right?
I'm doing good. I'm PvPC, by the way.
How are you? I thought what we had was real. I want to burn the flesh off of my hand.
The children.
So normally I would have 6 roulettes right now, but since I only have 5, we're just gonna do this instead. Normally it would just be 2 Shaolin Blasts, which is slower than what I just did, but it's also faster than having to buy the crescent kick. I hope you enjoyed the 1.5 measures of Devil May Sly that you heard. And this is the final boss, Angra. Angra is a big pussy. I honestly think that he's intended to be not as threatening as Azel. But at this point, Azel is dead, and you have both the God Hands, so during this segment you have access to a move called the Double Shaolin Blast. It's about to get used. Also, I'm attempting the 1 cycle right here. It looks good so far. If he performs Death Becomes You, though, that's going to ruin everything. So Angra is capable of an awful lot of different things, but who wants to see all of that? We're just gonna punch him a bunch. I mean, it's just a bit of like freelance dentistry. It's not that big of a deal.
Time's coming up.
Time. Dude, with all that extra shit I did.
That's
too.
really good.
Like, I did so much more extra shit this time than last time.
Shine on his soul through these God hands.
There's still more to see, though.
Oh, yeah.
So, PBs are not why you speedrun this game. The credits are why you speedrun this game. Because, like, I want to see this more often, so I need to learn to get to them fast.
Olivia! Olivia!
This part's not important.
Gee.
This is.
Where are our sexy dancers? Come on. Got a demon. What am I? Time for me to choose my path.
I danced with my thumbs.
Power of my God hand. No evildoer will get past. Hand to hand or fist to fist. Kick your nuts or twist your wrist. The God power keeps my pimp band strong, so trust me or you won't last very long. You're not dancing either, fuckface. Kick your ass into the Milky Way, Milky Way. Don't act like you don't like the Bulbasaur, Bulbasaur. Maya, 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 summons up the powers of the God hand. Yes! Yes! Lost a limb in a fight, but don't worry, babe, I'll be cool. The ultimate power of a god is now my secret tool. My defenses are impregnable.
I just want to say
my style is impetuous. What? What do you want to say?
I want to say that there's a really funny cover of this song on YouTube you should look up sometime.
You interrupted this to say something about YouTube? Get the fuck out of here. Dude, I'm thrown way the fuck off.
I know,
can't,
that ruined the mood. Holy shit.
You threw off my groove. Everybody wants a piece. Who's next? Don't be a fool. Hyperactive fighting style is now my secret tool. Oh, fucked it up. See, he threw me so. Where is that guy? He needs a dragon kick.
He's going just like he should.
Side note that it demonstrates a bunch of moves in the top left in stages where he couldn't possibly have those moves even on New Game Plus. Like this. You cannot have the head slicer in stage 1-1. What was it? Sub 109, 108, what? I'm so fucking okay with that. This is way better than the Metal Slug run. Why would you make me do that? I thought we were friends.
Hey, you're the idiot that submitted it.
That's God hand, people.